What are the role of microorganisms in the environment? Microorganisms are found everywhere in the environment and play a leading role in countless natural processes. Among other things, they operate the basic drug cycles that are necessary for the plant supply of nutrients via the reaction of organic matter in soil. At these processes, greenhouse gases are released to the atmosphere at the same time. So, microorganisms also play a key role in relation to climate and climate change. In addition to exercising their function in the environment, microorganisms also have a great potential for use. Some bacteria and fungi, so-called biocontrol organisms, can inhibit the growth of harmful microorganisms. Technical enzymes and enzymes for food production can be isolated from bacteria, yeast, and fungi, which are also major supplies for pharmaceuticals such as example antibiotics. Microorganisms can therefore be seen as suppliers of so-called ecosystem activity services, which are fundamental to the environment and human life and activity. The section for microbiology and biotechnology is therefore researching the following topics like first, the effect of biochar in agricultural soil. Example, what effect does the supply of biochar have on the soil's microorganisms and macrofauna? Example, earthworms. Second, enzymes from Arctic bacteria whose physiology is adapted to very cold temperatures and which therefore have enzymes that have potential technical or industrial utility. For example, in sustainable industrial food processes and in washing powders that work efficiently at energy saving low washing temperatures. The third is interactions between microorganisms and between microorganisms and plants that can enhance our understanding of how we can utilize nature's useful microbiological resources to combat plant pathogens and as manufacturers of pharmaceuticals. Example, antimicrobial, antiviral, antioxidant, and anti-cancer. Enzymes and bioactive compounds. Microorganisms are the major sources of enzymes and other biologically active molecules. For example, bacteria, yeast, and fungi produce a large number of enzymes that can be used in washing processes in food production and in biofuel development. In addition, microorganisms can produce a variety of antibiotic and UV protective agents as well or other molecules for the pharmaceutical industry. In particular, microorganisms that come from extreme environments have attracted attention. As an example, microorganisms from hot environment produce enzymes that may be used in hot biofuels processes, and cold active organisms produce enzymes that can be used for cold water washing or for production of lactose-free milk and other dairy products in cold processes that preserve hygiene taste, and aroma. In food waste, much of food we are producing never ends up at the dining table because it is lost after it leaves the agricultural field or farmyard. This is a major problem from an ethical, economical, and resource point of view. It is estimated that up to 25% of food is lost globally. Regarding vegetables and fruit, pathogenic fungi and bacteria are responsible, spoiling a great part of the produce when kept a long-term storage facilities. These organisms are often carried along from the field, and when they attack, both the microorganisms and the produce will often release bad-smelling, volatile organic compounds. This can be sampled from the surrounding air and analyzed. Example, by using solid phase micro extraction together with gas chromatography mass spectrometry. In this way, it possible to detect when spoilage microorganisms have started attacking stored vegetables, example, potatoes or onions, and hence, research undertaken at the environment's microbiology and biotechnology section is focusing on exploring the potential for using VOX from spoilage microorganisms as early warming indicators that can be used to decrease loss of vegetables using long-term storage. Biochar, from the word biochar, it is produced by pyrolysis of organic matter such as crops residues and organic fertilizer fractions. Biochar has a very high carbon content combined with low hydrogen and oxygen content, which makes it very difficult to degrade. When biochar is applied to soil, carbon is sequestered in the soil for many decades, which reduces the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide. At the same time, biochar has a favorable effect on soil quality. A soil structure which phosphate and provide a surface for microbial growth. Although we can't always see them, microorganisms are present in almost all environment. Many can be grown in the laboratory on plates containing a solid nutrient-rich medium or agar plates. After several days, a single bacteria cell grows into a population of bacterial cells that is visible to the naked eye. This population of cells is called a microbial colony. In microorganism that found in the environment. So, specific major domains consist of archaea, eukarya, and bacteria. Of this, the bacteria and the archaea are termed prokaryotes, and the eukarya are known as eukaryotes. Microorganisms within the eukarya include fungi, protozoa, and algae. In addition to the major domains, the other important biological entities are a unique group known as viruses that can infect eukaryotic or prokaryotic organisms. Viruses have no metabolic capacity and rely on infected hosts to produce viral parts that self-assemble. Similar to viruses are the viroids, which are the infectious single-stranded RNA that can infect plants.